Well, the anticipation is finally over with the arrival of the new, the new CVOs. Now, it was back just before the turn of the millennium when HD first kicked off their CVO program, which stands for Custom Vehicle Operations, and was created to offer customers high-end produced custom motorcycles straight out of the factory. It also allowed the engineers and designers to up the ante when it came to styling and accessorising the CVO models. Equipped with luxury additions, modified with performance-orientated parts, and painted with two-tone or three-tone premium colours, these limited edition models are only ever produced in small numbers and are always in high demand. Now, because of this high demand, we usually don't get to throw a leg over the CVOs that live to ride, mainly because they're already sold before they even arrive here in the country, and HD don't have the need to promote them. Now, sure, they're a little more expensive, but when you consider what you're getting for your money, it's no surprise they sell before they're even uncrated. But this time around, it seems Harley Davidson want to show off their new toys, and we've been given the Road Glide CVO to test here today. Biggest upgrade on the 2023 CVOs comes in the form of the new 121 cubic inch Milwaukee 8 motor, which equates to an eye-watering 1,983 cc's and now features variable valve timing. As we know, HD have already introduced VVT into the Pan America and Nyster, but it's the first time they've implemented the system into one of their Tourers, and it makes a significant difference. Okay, without getting too technical, VVT alters the timing of the valve lift, which in turn broadens your overall power band, while also improving torque management and efficiency. It was actually first designed back in the late 80s by Honda with their VTEC motor, and is now a system being utilised by many leading vehicle manufacturers as a means to increase performance while also meeting emission laws. There have also been some other significant engine modifications, which include a new intake track. They've increased the throttle body from 55 to 58 millimetres, as well as the addition of a higher lift cam with longer duration. They've also fitted a single counterbalancer to reduce vibrations. You'll also notice the design of the motor is slightly slimmer than before, which adds to the comfort for the rider without sitting too close to your legs and dispersing some of that heat. As you can see, it's water-cooled, with a slim design radiator mounted at the front, which not only aesthetically looks good, but it's clearly not an afterthought like we see with some other leading manufacturers by fitting something large and bulky and looks out of place. The CVO Road Glide and Street Glide now come with ride modes too. So you've got Sport, Road and Rain, along with another mode to customise your own settings to suit. It also features all the rider-enhanced safety features, which include cornering ABS, electronically linked brakes, cornering traction control, drag torque slip control, tyre pressure monitoring, as well as vehicle hold control, which is simply engaged by grabbing the front brake. If you're sitting on a hill, it'll hold, and then once you accelerate, the brakes will release. Something else to take into account, unlike before where you can only attach your phone via Bluetooth, it's now been set up to enable you to connect your Bluetooth headset as well. And as you can see, the switchgear has been redesigned as well, with a few additional buttons to control all those extra functions on the infotainment system. Take a look at this new 12.3 inch or 320mm TFT digital display screen. This is without a doubt a huge addition and offers you a lot more features than ever before. Okay, so now we're going to show you this new TFT display system. And what you can do is you can actually change the layout of the display. So at the moment we're on Sport, but if you change it to Tour, the beauty of this is it puts all your information on the left side there, but what you can do now is obviously when you're touring, you're going to be using your navigation system. So what the navigation system then does, it takes up the whole screen. So Sport, you've seen Sport, now watch if you see Cruise. What that does is now it opens everything up. You've got everything on the right, you've got your speedo, you've got your tacho and everything. And then of course, if you bring in the navigation, that's just going to be smaller in the center here, but you still can make some changes there to the cruise system. So if your navigation, and now it's brought that screen over here, so you've got all your information all in the one screen there. Then of course, if we go back in, you can have a look at your bike sort of settings and so forth. I mean, you've got your music here, you've got your tuner and everything. The other good thing is it actually now features Apple CarPlay, which is new for the system. So yeah, as you can see, it's a much better system, much easier to use, and it's got all your information at the touch of a button. You may have also noticed it's got a kick-ass Stage 2 Rockford Fosgate audio system, which includes both the front speakers and the Panniers speakers. And man, does it crank. It's like rolling down the road on a huge stereo. It's got a pretty wild stereo. Have a listen to this. So in a nutshell, you can have your own concert sitting at a set of lights. But interestingly, I was at a set of lights yesterday, had comfortably numb blasting. A few people were telling me to turn it right up, and yeah, we're having our own little concert right there at the lights. And those newly designed contoured panniers not only look great, but are also slightly larger than previous ones. More upgrades include the dual Brembo radial mounted brakes with an increase from 300mm rotor to a 320mm, and that, accompanied with the 300mm single disc at the rear, all equates to some serious stopping power when you need to jump on the anchors. To be honest, the new CVO reminds me of Project Rushmore back in 2014, when the touring range received one of the biggest overhauls the motor company had ever taken on. And now, the new CVOs with the 121 VVT motor, revamped suspension and redesigned aesthetics, it reminds me of something similar. After such a major overhaul and redesign, it's almost like an entirely new bike. Now, there's also been a little noise from some critics that the shark nose and batwing fairings make the bikes look like Indians. Well, that's an interesting comment, especially considering it was way back in 1969 that HT produced and released the first ever batwing fairing bike, while they were also the first to release the shark nose fairing. So I think it's fair to say that those facts put that argument straight to bed. So if you've ridden a road glide or street glide before, why not take it to the next level and try a CVO? Now, we've got the dark platinum colour here on test, which is also available in the Street Glide, but both models are also available in Whiskey Neat with Raven Metallic. And as previously mentioned, you better be quick because there's a good chance they've already sold out.